The human nose is an intricate sensory organ responsible for our sense of smell, which plays a crucial role in our daily lives. It allows us to detect and identify a vast array of scents, from the aroma of freshly brewed coffee to the odor of rotting food. The human nose is composed of several parts that work together to detect and process odors. External nose. The external nose, also known as the nasal pyramid, is the visible part of the nose that extends from the face. It is composed of bone, cartilage, and skin. The external nose is responsible for filtering and warming the air before it enters the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is a large, air-filled space located behind the external nose. It is lined with a moist, mucous membrane that contains millions of olfactory receptors responsible for detecting different scents. These receptors are specialized nerve cells that can detect odor molecules in the air and send signals to the brain, allowing us to identify different smells. The nasal cavity is divided into two sections by the nasal septum, a thin wall of cartilage and bone that runs down the center of the nose. Each side of the nasal cavity contains three bony protrusions called turbinates that help to increase the surface area of the nasal cavity and filter the air. Sinuses. The sinuses are a series of air-filled cavities located in the bones of the skull. There are 4 pairs of sinuses in the human skull, including the maxillary, ethmoid, sphenoid, and frontal sinuses. The sinuses are connected to the nasal cavity by small openings and are lined with the same mucous membrane as the nasal cavity. The sinuses help to regulate the temperature and humidity of the air we breathe, and they also provide resonance to our voices. Olfactory nerve. The olfactory nerve is a specialized nerve that transmits information from the olfactory receptors in the nasal cavity to the brain. The olfactory nerve is composed of several bundles of nerve fibers that connect to the olfactory bulb, a structure located at the base of the brain. When odor molecules enter the nasal cavity, they bind to receptors on the olfactory cells, triggering a series of chemical reactions that send signals to the olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb then sends these signals to the brain, where they are processed and interpreted as different smells. In summary, the human nose is composed of several intricate parts that work together to detect and process different odors. The external nose filters and warms the air before it enters the nasal cavity, while the nasal cavity contains millions of olfactory receptors that detect different smells. The sinuses help to regulate the temperature and humidity of the air we breathe, and the olfactory nerve transmits information from the olfactory receptors to the brain, allowing us to identify different smells. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell button icon for the latest updates. Keep visiting the channel, also share with friends and family.